Hello, my name is Stephanie Marian, and this video post is entitled Naked Conversation. Today I want to have a very open conversation with you, and therefore I sit here naked. I'm naked to try and draw your attention to something, and that something is everything that we hold back, how much of ourselves that we hide. I want to have a very open conversation with you, a conversation that's honest, vulnerable, and offers the bravest exposure. So many of us exhaust ourselves without even realizing by hiding. We expend all this energy directed inward, preventing others from seeing us, and yet we yearn to be seen, accepted for who we really are. I want to start a naked conversation revolution, and I challenge each of you to have at least one conversation where you speak your whole truth on something. I'm going to start by telling you a little bit about something that I feel quite vulnerable about. For years, I've been afraid of dancing. I never really admitted just how strong this fear was, and it didn't seem particularly important. I never really thought about it. I just thought I didn't like it. I didn't prefer it in the way that you don't prefer some foods. But I avoided this. I avoided this at all costs. And it was really only when I was in a situation where I actually wanted to dance. I wanted to get up and move. I wanted to get up and join everybody else that was up on the floor, and I just couldn't bring myself to do it. This started an inward search to try and figure out what lay at the bottom of it, and it was like a Pandora's box. I went looking and I found so much more than I expected. And what I uncovered was essentially something that I had stored from childhood. And attached to that was the notion that if I expressed myself, as dance is obviously a form of self-expression, that in some way I wouldn't be loved. Now, it doesn't really matter why those messages were there, and that's old news. That's something gone, something in my past. But what is important is that I moved beyond that fear. I challenged it step by step and moved through it. I joined a belly dance class, and I wouldn't say I love to dance. It's still a little uncomfortable, but I'm able to do it. I'm sharing this with you now because that was one of my greatest fears, and actually, it might not seem important. You could go your whole life without ever dancing, but it was stopping me from doing other things too. By unlocking that, I was able to uncover other things that I was holding myself back from doing and other ways of expressing myself. After that, I wrote a book. I did a lot of other things connected to self-expression that gave me a great deal of satisfaction. But one of the smallest ways to start is to do exactly what I'm doing today. No, I'm not asking you to strip off and be naked, but I am saying, why don't you try one conversation and one subject that you hold close to your heart and really reveal yourself? And don't fear what the repercussions will be. Don't fear judgment. Just come forward with your truth and watch what happens. From personal experience, there is nothing more liberating than this. And every single time you challenge one of those fears, well, it makes it that much easier to go forward and challenge others, but it's like expansion. You feel bigger. You feel more powerful. You feel more yourself, more you. So good luck with challenging your fears. Let me know. Message me on my Facebook page. Let me know how you're getting on. I'd love to hear about it. And good luck.